but I'm going to go ahead and go try to metal detect this house that's been empty forever. And I spied it out the other day because I came down here to look at the inlet houses. None of these houses were even here in the 80s. So I'm excited. I think it's like 6 miles from the house down this road, right by the inlet, but there's a school down there. I think it's called Snow School or something like that. But the inlet is right in front of us. And this house has been empty since I came to my first Iditarod, like in the 80s sometime. Wasilla was still just a main road, and if you drove off the main road, there was no pavement to the stores. Now there's big, beautiful homes on this road overlooking the inlet and the snowy mountains on the other side. Of course, there's no snow right now. Well, there's a little bit of snow left from last winter, but the leaves are turning yellow. The Alaskans are not looking forward to winter, unfortunately, but it's a coming. The trees are starting to actually drop yellow leaves. They're green right now, but it'll go quick. Anyway, when I see the school crossing, I'm going to metal detect. So if I have Wi-Fi, I'll try to do live digs if I get good signals. I'm hoping for silvers, Wheaties, and the only other 2 coins I've found while I've been metal detecting were 1977s, and one of them was a bright red copper. And the other was just a regular looking penny, but it was a 77 too. So this will be my 3rd dig in Wasilla, so I am excited that today's the day I find jewelry. Or something great and grand from back in the day. Woohoo! Oh, maybe I can. Try to figure out where the sidewalks might have been. There's nothing around here for whatever. I had a squirrel during the winter time when I come here for Iditarod that I put walnuts and pecans and stuff underneath the trees by the bird feeders so that he won't climb down and tear up the bird seed feeders. So he hasn't been around. I keep hearing him. Well, today I had all the puppies out, and I put seed and nuts on a tree stump for him, and now he ran down the tree and scared us and the puppies, and he kept making a challenging sound over and over and over, and the puppies ran up to him, and I had to run and get the puppies. I didn't know if it was going to be like the crazy Alaskan squirrel guy. So, but he's stuffing his face now, so I'm going to see if I can get him. I did this wishing well and all this. It was all weedy and wild roses, and now I have wild snapdragons growing there. Moss in between all the rocks. I covered all the felt with rock. I put solar lights on the wishing well. Planted the planter. Put nasturtium seeds. They're going 3 inches a day here. It's crazy. And trimmed up the wild rose bushes down to cute little rose bushes. So he has his cheeks stuffed full of the nuts, and now he's trying to stuff birdseed in on top. You can have it. I put it there for you. It's yours. You just can't attack the puppies. It's not your tree. You could be there. For you. It was ours. We're giving it to you. We're giving it to you. Are you mad? I just want to take a picture of you. You can sit there and eat the rest of the day. I don't care. The puppies went back to sleep. He certainly sounds mad at me. Alright, I'm going. I know. Anyway. That's his stump. He already took all the nuts. The rest is for the birds. I'm out today to get the last of the watermelon berries and make a mixed jam of high and low bush cranberries and the watermelon berries. And there's some other berries I can't actually identify now. I have to go to the agriculture site before I add them in. But these are the watermelon berries, and their season is almost done. So I'm going to add in elderberry, cranberry, and watermelon berry in my jam. And then I just happened to see this old growth guy. Actually looks like he has a face on him. And I'm at the back of the property. The watermelon berries look like they don't grow in the center at all. They only grow on the edge. And it's the back of Richard's house, actually, there. But I'm on the other fence line. Anyway, I'll show you a beautiful watermelon bush in a minute. These are the beautiful berries I haven't been able to identify yet. And they're all coming bright red and beautiful. They might be high bush cranberry, but I can't take the risk until I go to the Alaska agriculture site. But they're all coming in. Coming rapidly for Alaska. It's only August to the people that live in the lower 48. But when the cranberries turn, it's a sign that winter's coming, and the white birch are dropping yellow leaves. So they're already decreasing in sunlight. Unidentified as of yet. And leaves are already turning yellow. Just a matter of time before termination dust comes. Quite the watermelon berry bush. Whole bowl of watermelon berries. Some as big as a watermelon. Just kidding. But pretty big. The first of the Alaska mixed jam. So these have been correctly identified as high bush cranberry. So I'm excited. I'm picking them and going to put them in. And the little red ones were not cranberries, those are currants. So the jelly's going to have currant, high bush cranberry, elderberry, and watermelon berry. Just finished picking the cranberries. These are confirmed high bush cranberries. And I already got the watermelon berries ready, and I already picked the elderberries and juiced them. And the elderberries up here are red, and the seeds are poisonous. So I'm very careful to strain it 3 or 4 times. And we will, and there's a few currants in there too. So the currants are very tiny, and their time has came and went. High bush cranberries, Alaska. Make my jelly now. I found a new flower. I don't know what it is. A trumpet. The elderberries, amazing. But the seeds have cyanide in them, so you have to hot steam them to kill that before you can make northern red elderberry jelly. So I decided not to add it in since I already had my currants and my high bush cranberries and watermelon berries. So I might make a separate batch of these. Being very careful, of course. They're really beautiful. Fall is already coming for Alaska. Things are changing. The leaves are just starting to turn yellow, and it's actually getting dark around 10:20 at night. But the first yellow is showing up. Richard says it will come quick. North to Barrow, Alaska. Barrow, Alaska. The airport was very tiny. They're piling up the dirt there because when the winter water comes in, it tries to wash that whole road out every year, but they don't have rock. So they have to put dirt there every year. They don't have any rock out on the tundra to pile up rock. It's the top of the world. They don't have any rock. So I'm going to walk out to the Bering Sea. Barrow Alaska, the top of the world. This is the Bering Sea. Keeping my eyes peeled for polar bears. I guess there's a whale carcass here, so there's a polar bear down here eating. And they have no rocks to build up their shoreline, so the ocean tries to wash them away all the time, so they put sand and dirt here and these metal things to try and keep their town. Amazing. This is a whale bone. Not positive what part. Barrow Alaska, the top of the world. This is a whalebone arch, but I'm not sure if it's the famous whalebone arch. Maybe it is. People walking down here, so I'm going to go down to the Bering Sea. I will find you a rock from here. Sand is pretty gravelly, pretty deep. I don't know where the whale carcass is, but I see kids and people down there. Incredible. I'm at the top of the world. Step in today. Can't not step into the Bering Sea. Maybe I'll have to go swimming tomorrow, huh? How can you not jump in the Bering Sea? Incredible. don't see any polar bears. A lot of good rocks though. Amazing to get to rock hunt on the Bering Sea. I guess there's a small component of being a little fearful of polar bears, but on a sunny day. What you might spy. Jellyfish. It's not raining, it's just coastal weather. Barge way out there. Tiny airport. Only a few hundred more will be done collecting, right? Well, the people are gone. I guess the polar bears ate them. They said they're having a wonderful end of summer. It's 42 degrees and they call it balmy. Well, there you have it. The beautiful Bering Sea. The top of the world. Barrow, Alaska. I guess Will Rogers and Wiley Post were searching for the top of the world in 1934, and their plane crashed 16 miles from here. So they have erected this monument because they were the first people to find Barrow, Alaska. I guess this should be. So Will Rogers died 16 miles short of their destination, here in Barrow, Alaska. I had to Google Wiley Post, or Willie Post. Quite extraordinary. So I guess most people don't know where Will Rogers died. And here is I've been on a tour of the town today. Lake Placid, Florida, 4,774 miles. 2,945 to Los Angeles. Incredible. Incredible. Gotta go. So I'm walking through the streets of Barrow. Utqiagvik, Alaska is the native name for it. It's actually a balmy day. It's like 41 degrees. Hi! And there are no roads here. This is a fly-in community only. It's called the Top of the World. We're staying at the Top of the World Hotel. It looks like it's full of tourists that specifically come here to be at the top of the world. And during the night, last night there was no sea ice in. And during the night, the tide brought in sea ice, which I will film later. But with the sea ice, the polar bears come in. And there happens to be a dead whale down on the beach by the hotel, so I'm not near there now. I'm actually downtown Barrow, headed for a Presbyterian church. And there are no paved roads in this town because they have no rock. So they're actually glad when it freezes. All the houses are pretty much built on stilts because it's on permafrost. So they're actually no foundations or sidewalks or streets. And they have the full-time caterpillars down there piling up dirt to keep the Bering Sea from eating their houses. There are a few birds, very few weeds, very few green growth. And everything that's ever came here on a plane, boat, or ship pretty much is here. Because they have no way to go get anything. They have one department store. They have no bars. It's called a damp community. You have to have a card to be able to get an allotment per month of alcohol. And if you don't have that card, you are not allowed to have alcohol. The pilings are there for people that might want to build a house in the future. All this land is owned by the natives, the Inupiats.
He used to sit in a room with a computer, and he had to label all of these artifacts.
That's wonderful.
So I thought that was cool. I thought he was gonna, continue. He just up and down.
Bering Sea. I have been on a complete tour of Barrow, Alaska today. And now the tide has brought in sea ice, which brings in the polar bears, I guess. But they can swim 700 miles anyway, so it doesn't matter. And so the sea ice has come in, which wasn't here last night. So it's going to start accumulating until it's almost totally frozen. Out there are bigger pieces, but I don't know how far my camera can see. The whale has gotten taken out by the tide, but you can see the actual ice floes coming in. I don't have Wi-Fi here, so I have to go back up to the hotel. It's amazing. This is an amazing place. Cheryl has taken me on a whole tour of Barrow, Alaska. Today I'm just getting back to the room and it's 2 o'clock. It's an amazing town. The people are the Browers. They have their own personal graveyard. Something just jumped into the water here that I didn't know what it was, so I'm a little fearful of whatever that might have been, but I have no idea. But as you can see, some of those pieces of ice are as big as a Volkswagen, and the tide's bringing more and more and more. I don't know how much my camera, but by the morning, this might be filled in, they said. The amazing Bering Sea. And there's bigger pieces coming in. And I don't know exactly what jumped into the water off of this, but it could have been a duck or a bird. There's still geese here that haven't flown south because, as Cheryl told me, she actually went swimming this summer with her fins in her life jacket. Well, it may not be an amazing video, it's just sea ice, I guess. But the fog came in, so that's what's deterring the view. Anyway, amazing. The fog is so thick you couldn't see a bear coming anyway. But the temperature has dropped quite a bit. It's already headed for 32. But it doesn't feel like 32 in California. Amazing. The first little birds I've saw that live in the water. And the ice continues to come in. Right by the ocean. It's all one. Wow, feel how deep this is. It's crazy.
There's a shack, larval shack over there.
And that's the most furthest piece of land, right? That's it. Here, let's put you on YouTube. Cheryl!
Becky!
Evelyn! Go to YouTube, baby! There you go! Come on, you can be YouTube stars! Next month you'll be a YouTube star!
Yeah, I used to do my beach combing out here on high
Oh, thanks, you guys. Most people don't want to go on YouTube. Amazing. Oh, those guys got on the shore down there. Amazing.
that I found at the beach.
This is a fish camp in Barrow, Alaska. set up. But I'm at the Utqiagvik Heritage Museum. The Inupiat people live here. And it is on the Beaufort and Chukchi Sea where they mingle. Of the World Hotel in Barrow, Alaska. The sun came out. Leaving Barrow, Alaska. Back in Wasilla. It's getting dark enough that the interior flew in tonight we left Barrow at 5:30 or something. Anyway, we're just home now in Wasilla. The solar lights are coming on by themselves because it's starting to be dark kinda at this time of night. Anyway, the solar lights are working by themselves because we're losing daylight.